Dragon Egg. I keep doing the Wind Egg, but I'm going to go ahead and try out the Regeneration Egg this time. Yes, this seems like the most convenient base to use by far. It basically does all the amazing that you'd want to do by default. Go ahead and place the egg right here. That way we can save the premium tower spots for the towers. So I'm not sure how much regen we get, but if it's even like 1 HP per 20 seconds, that's pretty solid. We're going to try to do more soldier fights, the one where you have to set soldiers and you gotta build them up to heroes. Sounds like you're describing Pyro TD, possibly? Not sure on that one. Okay, so the tower we're going to give a go is the Wolf Caller. Hopefully the range is good enough here. The goal will just be to attack the right, top, and left simultaneously. 700 is pretty close. Actually, yeah, already perfect. Regen is quick, it's more than 1 HP per 20. Let's see if we can attack the egg. Looks like we can't, which is a little disappointing. Wanted to see how powerful it was. Okay, 29 gold. To build up our income, I think we need 55. So it's a couple rounds away. Attack speed 1.1. I think it currently is 1.2. I really like this tower defense because it's different. Yeah, it's I do like the fact that you get to build the environment to be your maze a little more so than just turning a horizontal grid into a line-by-line maze. I'm a big fan of it as well. Have I played any custom games in Dota 2? I have played a handful, not a ton. I think I've probably played around 10 or so different maps. I've actually played in quantity a ton of matches. Probably have like 200 to 500 overthrow matches in Dota 2, maybe even more, but that's about it. Aside from that, I've played a little bit of, I think it might be called Spend Tower Defense. It's an RNG based one where I don't remember precisely what it is, but it might be that you get towers randomly based on what you roll or something. And I've played Gym TD in Dota 2, and also I think that might be most of them. There's definitely some others, but I don't recall at the moment. Can anyone help with Warcraft 3 menu lag? I don't have any menu lag problems, so unfortunately I cannot. My only suggestion would be lowering your resolution to the point where maybe that'll fix it, but it would depend on what your problem is. Okay, 59 gold. Let's go ahead and go a little greedy here. Pick up an extra peon. And then eventually we'll get the income upgrade, but it seems like building some peons before we do that is the way to go. Let's see some of the other strong bases. Actually, with enough range, this might be a hair stronger than my base, just because it looks like the maze is a lot longer. This is an interesting one. I'm not sure if he's just not familiar with the game, or if this strategy, I just don't know how a maze this short will end up working. If you send it through the top, you really don't get that much extra tower time. The wolves are definitely in need of an upgrade. They're falling off pretty quickly at the moment. This will be a good opportunity to see how much regen we have. Wow, okay. This is much more regeneration than I could have possibly imagined. That was maybe 1 health per second, which, considering that other eggs have 0 regen, that's actually unbelievable. I traded, what is it, like 20% tower attack speed for 1 HP per second or more. Seems a little overpowered, actually. How much have I played this? This is my third time playing it. Each time has been at a different base. Yeah, the past couple times I went for the multi-shot lightning tower, which can attack 4 units at once. But this time I'm going for the wolf collar. Not really sure if this will be better, but figured it'd be nice to try something new. Okay, let's get an upgrade. That'll make the tower 4 times stronger, get us some much needed damage. Yeah, this is actually insane. I think that 3, maybe even 5 health per second. You can be... Yeah, that is... It's ridiculous. Yeah, this will be back up to full in a few seconds. There we go, as if we took no damage at all. Yellow, on the other hand... Oh, okay. So I guess the Yellow's maze was actually just due to him being new. There was no grand strategy or anything there. Range tech, reinforcements. Range tech does apply to the wolf collar, but I don't think that's really a good use of wood at the moment, so we're going to hold off on that. Yeah, Nature Egg is definitely powerful in the early game. I think it's already restored 70 HP for us or something around there. In the late game, it's possible there might be some better eggs in the late game, I suppose, if units can do like 200 damage in a hit, but it seems hard for this to ever be worse than any of the other eggs. Unless that is the case. If you die instantly, then it doesn't really make a difference.
A player's forces are under attack.
And it looks like Yellow has been defeated. Everyone else is doing pretty well at the moment. Shadow Elemental Tower. I've seen quite a few people go for this one. I'm guessing it's just because they're going for armor diversity, perhaps? Or damage type diversity. So here we have Lightning Wolf Collar. Probably a little... I don't know. I'm not sure if you can really go for multiple towers in the early game of this, because it seems like you spread your resources too thin. 89 gold to double the tower, or wait, no, 102 gold to double the tower again. You can definitely wait at least one more wave on that. Let's get another peon. Okay, Chaos Attack, Heavy Armor. If you were to split into 3 towers, what would you want? Actually, a Necromancer tower could be pretty nice. Is that this one? Or no, let me try to find it here. Is this the Necromancer? No, that's the Strength tower. Okay. Just trying to get an idea for if that would be worthwhile. Chaos would be nice. Siege, Chaos, Pierce, Magic, Siege again. Immolation, 11 spell damage to creeps within a range of 115. That might barely clip the units that round the corner. Probably useless though. Ancient Warrior, Nature Strike, Critical Strike, okay. Summon Skeleton Warrior makes me think the Necromancer could be an alternative to the Wolf that ends up being a little stronger due to the neutral damage type. I don't think we need to, but I'm going to upgrade to the Wolf Collar this round for good measure. The previous game I ended up losing just because I went for income instead, and you're better off having a slow income than losing. Necromancer summons 3 units that do Pierce, Magic, and Normal. Yeah, if the Necromancer is summoning 3 units permanently, that does seem... Oh, okay. It's quite expensive, that's why you couldn't get it at the start. Looks like Purple has died, used a 1 at the bottom right. This is a good maze here. It's pretty similar to mine, but you have a lot more room to expand if you want to. Permanent units, yeah. The objective of this game is to survive longer than your opponents. You can upgrade opponents' creeps after level 10. Actually, Actually don't think we've gotten to that point in a previous game. Or at a minimum, I don't think I noticed any creep upgrading. Is that... okay, yeah. Strengthen creeps sent to opponents by giving them 2 additional armor. For every 100 lumber spent on creep upgrades, your end-round gold increases by 2. This upgrade does not stack. Oh, okay. So you can get 5 auras then, I'm assuming, for 500 wood. It seems a little too cheap. We already have 300, which means we're almost done with that.
A player's forces are under attack.
And I think there's a mini game coming up at level 10 as well.
Ready to work.
Okay, this is a light armor wave. We're effective against normal, and yeah, we're about the same against light. Not a big deal. There's one other tower defense game that I found to be pretty fun, but also incredibly slow. It could be interesting to show off, called Black Tower Defense. And the concept of that one is your towers can all be upgraded, but the upgrades are inefficient. So you have to build just like a huge block of hundreds of towers to try to end up taking out all the incoming waves. It's pretty fun. The only problem is it's so slow paced. Like the first 10 rounds will take like 10 minutes when it really should be closer to 2 or 3 if the pacing was better. Okay, 97, I think seems like a good time to get an income upgrade at this point. Yeah, here's the Regen Egg paying off. I'm at 200, my opponents, I suppose, are currently at 91 and 176. In the case of Fake Smile, he's just... I would really probably have already died now if I didn't have the Regen Egg, so even though he's maxing the same tower, that's why he has so much less health. I wonder what was over here. Perhaps one of my wolf summons walked all the way to the cave. Okay, 79, let's get another peon. Next round, we're going to upgrade the wolf again. It's probably going to take about 2 rounds to get there, so hopefully we're not too slow. Both of you guys first times playing. In that case, it looks like you're both doing reasonably well. I'm surprised that this level 1 tower strategy is actually working out as well as it is. Yeah, in this game, your tower, you have a pretty low food supply, so you can only get a handful of towers. But yeah, if you wanted to, that does make me think... You know, I could probably make my maze about 30% longer if I wanted to. All I would have to do is place some amazing towers. What was the gold egg benefit? I haven't tried out every egg, so I'm not really sure. The only ones I have tried personally are wind egg and regen egg. Yeah, if we do this, we can buy some extra maze time. And since we're not using the food for anything, we might as well. Okay, that looks like that would be a path block.
Work complete. Work complete. Work complete.
And that's it for food. So we've increased the length of our maze by probably 10%. Not much. Gold egg gives gold when it gets hit. Huh. So that seems like it's supposed to be the greedy egg, but I feel like regen egg will probably end up netting you more money.
Players' forces are under attack.
These guys are getting through my maze pretty easily. I wonder if this might be the end of blue. The lightning tower helped them quite a bit there. The magic damage was super effective. Alright, Wolf Caller level 4.
Upgrade complete.
And then once we get another 100 gold, I think I'm going to invest into the Necromancer Tower, because we do need damage diversity. And the next Wolf Caller upgrade is 255, which is pretty expensive. So if we wanted to, now would be the time to get some auras for our creeps. We have a ton of wood here, so I guess... Oh, wait a minute. These prices... For every 100 lumber spent on creep upgrades... Oh, okay. So since this is 200, we'd actually get 4 gold for that. I guess I might as well give the units... I think Life Regen would be more impactful than Devotion Aura. Pit Lord strengthens creeps by giving them an aura that reduces attack damage of towers by 11%. Let's go with Life Regen. And then so in theory, that should mean that these units in a few seconds here will all get an aura that gives them 6 life regen. Maybe that doesn't apply till... Nope, seems like it's active. Okay. And it doesn't look like my income actually went up, so it's possible that's not working. Or I'm misunderstanding what these unit upgrades are. Minigame time. So this minigame is actually the only minigame I've played. I'm guessing this is the same one I've got 2 times in a row, so it's possible this might just always be the first minigame. The way it works is you just throw out a fireball, try to hit your opponents. Apparently, if you get hit by 3 fireballs, you die.
Yes, War Chief.
And the fireballs ricochet off the barrels, so keep that in mind. I'm not sure if your own fireball can hit you, but for good measure, you probably want to avoid that scenario.
A wise plan. A wise plan. Right away. Understood.
Oh yeah, and your fireballs can cancel out other players' fireballs. I think the person who casts the fireball later is the one who dispels it.
Right away.
Seems like it. Or maybe not. No, I don't really know what determined that. In that case, both of his fireballs absorbed mine, but previously my fireball absorbed his. Maybe it's distance-based? The fireball builds up over time, perhaps? Not a huge deal. We miss out on 50 gold and 200 lumber, but we should be able to... I mean, we were fine without it, we'll be fine still. Is the left side of the natural maze better for building? More space. Yeah, you could probably get a little extra maze time right here because it's 2 towers wide instead of 1. I'm not really sure if that would net you more time for a central tower, but that would net you a little more time if you were actually building a cluster of towers. Intro text said only enemy fireball hurts you. Okay, that's good to know. So that means you can be a little more aggressive with your ricochets than I was.
Players' forces are under attack.
220. You know, I was going to go for the Necromancer, but we ended up getting a lot more gold than I was expecting, so I think I'll just get the Wolf Collar level 5 while I can. You guys want the Necro? Alright, we'll go Necro. We'll have to get rid of 1 Maze Tower. We can get rid of this one. That's really getting us almost no extra time, because they're looping up there anyway. Alright, and there's the Necromancer. That is not what I was expecting from that custom model portrait. It's more like a corrupt Jaina. I was expecting Sylvanas. Okay, summon Skeleton Warrior, summon Skeleton Archer, and summon Skeleton Mage. Warrior has really good attack speed, gets him about, call it 27 DPS, roughly. Archer will be about the same, but it's ranged, so you might as well go for Archers. And Mage has a totem. So let's try out the Mage and see if that's worthwhile. Every 8th time the Skeleton Mage deals damage deals damage, a lightning totem is spawned at the damaged unit. The lightning totem has the same attack and range as the Skeleton Mage. Okay, so the lightning mage or the archer seems like the way to go here. For fun, we'll try out... Oh, okay, you're actually just limited to 1 of each, so you don't even get a decision. If you could pick, I think the mage or the archer would have been best, because their DPS would be the same as the melee unit, but you'd also be ranged.
Players' forces are under attack.
And we now have enough for the next wolf collar. Okay, here is the, I'm assuming, lightning totem. A little bit of a strange model for that, not very lightning-y, but it's okay. Let's get another peon. Looks like I have 5, teal, or whatever this color is, blue, has 4, and orange has 3. So orange is a little bit behind in the income game, which, since this is technically competitive, means he's at a little bit of a disadvantage. 8% chance to avoid seems worse than the armor in terms of EHP, so I'm going to go ahead and get Devotion Aura next. Okay, and it looks like I did get the income that I paid for.
I live to serve all believers.
So next minigame is probably Wave 20. I wonder if it's just going to be the fireballs again, because it doesn't really look like there's any other minigame arenas on the map. It's a strong wave. It says it's only dealing 10% less damage from normal units, so I'm not quite sure why these are so durable. Yeah, one of these lightning units has a really long attack sound. I don't think it's the lightning tower, and that seems far too far away. I guess it could just be the skeleton mage, but it seems unlikely. So we could move this skeleton if we wanted to, but this placement seems pretty solid. When I think about it, it's possible there might be some better places for the skeleton warrior. Might be a little more effective down here. We'll have to double check. Yeah, because this small curve here would be less tower space, or less attack time, than this bend right here. But if it causes the units to path around the skeleton, then this is actually just fine. Next level of Necromancer is 4 gold away, so I guess we'll go ahead and get that. And I'm hoping it automatically upgrades the archers, but if not, I guess we'll have to recast it. Okay, it looks like that was not the case. Yeah, this, the Necromancer seems really cost-effective. We're getting all that 60, 40, another 60, so 120, 160, and then however much this is. It seems pretty cheap for how much DPS you get. Yeah, now this guy's doing like another 50 DPS as well. Units damaged by this attack will bleed for 8 seconds, taking 6 damage every second. Yeah, it's not super impressive. Oh, actually, the archers have no collision, so that it's going straight through. Yeah, so this placement will get him a lot of extra attack time. Oh. Okay. The towers max out at level 5, so I guess that means it's time to branch out into new towers. So, well, I guess we just keep investing in the Necromancer. As we already discovered, Necromancer is really solid. We could incorporate an extra wolf collar, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe next up will be the lightning tower, perhaps. Multi-shot's always nice. Yeah, 41 very fast. These are just insane. You can only have one wolf collar. Okay, yeah, you're right. You can only have one Necromancer as well. If you could have multiple Necromancers, that might have just been the best unit in the game. Amethyst Tower. You know what? I think I'll place this right here. Or apparently I can't. I'm not sure how big the aura is. We'll try it right here. Hopefully it reaches. This is just an attack speed tower. It starts at 2%. I'm assuming it caps out at 10 if it's 2 per level. It also has a basic attack as well. The attack range is 550, very fast chaos damage. So it's an extra small source of chaos. Looks like we got an oh, okay, this is a bonus wave. I was about to say these are really tanky. Not really sure how this would even work. Do you get money if you kill one of them? That does not seem possible. To have the ability to deal 100,000 damage right now is unbelievable. Looks like Orange has a lot of extra money invested in his towers, which is what you'd expect. He hasn't been putting much in peons. I think Endurance Aura reaches 8 around itself. If we assume that the ability is what we're calling the Endurance Aura, then yeah, it's very small. In fact, I don't think it's even reaching my Wolf Caller. Or no, maybe it is, just barely. Okay, 500 wood, time for another upgrade. Pit Lord was okay. It's about as good as armor. I guess we can go for Pit Lord over Evasion. It's basically the same, but a little more durability. Reinforcements seems like a really good upgrade. End of round gold increased by 4. Number of opponents increased by 1. And the extra unit doesn't give bounty. Let's go ahead and get that in a couple seconds here. Mana Shield absorbs... I think I'll save the Mana Shield upgrade for later. Right now my regen is still plenty. Eventually that'll be nice though. Looks like some of the opponents have researched the Devotion Aura, which is why they have +2 armor now. Okay, reinforcements time. Seems like the peon's gold income payoff is pretty slow.
Research complete.
Next Necromancer is 430, probably 1 or 2 waves away from that.
Ready to work. Build more burrows.
Oh. Peons do take food. Let's free up 1 Maze Tower. This Maze Tower here does buy us a little time. Does this one do anything? It might not. Sell this. I don't think they can path through the top, so that's doing basically nothing.
Upgrade complete.
So it looks like these are the upgrades that our opponents have reached, I'm guessing? Or researched? Blue. So...
A player's forces are under attack.
Not sure I really understand the colors here. What StarCraft 2? Are you just asking what StarCraft 2 is? I mean, StarCraft 2 is just another RTS made by Blizzard, but... So ones that are active on a player, you see, I thought that, but what doesn't make sense to me is why some of them are my color. Because in theory, I should have one of my color of 3 different units for each player. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, a lot of these are teal. We don't even have an active teal player right now. Could have just been... Okay, you know what? I think it was just the ally color mode messing it up. Let's make another reinforcement. Hopefully the price didn't go up. Looks like it didn't. So I guess if every single player reaches it to wave 30, then technically we all tied.
Players' forces are under attack.
Taking a fair amount of damage here. I guess it is about time to get the mana regen, or the mana shield upgrade then. Fortunately, with my massive regen, I'll be back up to full for next wave, so if I can manage to get the Necromancer Tower, and I think I should, because I'll get end of wave gold, we should be fine. Okay, let's do a quick replacement. $150, let's get the mana shield. And yeah. So now, 80% of the damage will be taken from mana first, which means we should be more or less fine. Assuming my mana is regenerating currently. Okay, mana regen is really slow, so if possible we want to save that for waves where we're doing pretty poorly. So for now, let's just leave the mana shield off, we'll save it for when we're in a pinch. The reason why I didn't research Mana Shield earlier is because I thought it would be always active for whatever reason, but yeah, since you can toggle it, we'll just save the toggle for when we're in danger. Next wave is 20, so we should have another minigame coming up in a moment. You know, maybe an extra range upgrade would be good. We're pretty close to having our towers attack all the way over there. That's probably 150. That's going to be pretty expensive. But with all the extra attack time, I think I'll go for it. You see, there was that lingering sound again. It must just be these little totems. Okay, well that is actually really lame. The minigame is the exact same every time.
A wise plan.
You know, I think this game had a camera command.
Right.
It actually helped with this a fair amount. For the main gameplay, the camera zoom out would be unnecessary, but when you're competing, being able to actually see your opponent would be nice.
Right away.
Okay. 400 lumber seems better at the moment. Let's get 2 reinforcements. Can we play zombie infected next? I assume you're talking about infection attack?
Research complete.
Can I play StarCraft 2? I do have StarCraft 2 installed again, so we could play that later today, but I don't think I'm going to do that for at least a while longer. Usually I like to save StarCraft 2 for the last hour or two of the stream. Right now we're only about 1 hour in. 460, so we could upgrade the Amethyst Tower, but the current placement is pretty bad as far as the range goes. Is this bonus? It's not. Okay. I don't know why I assumed it was. Demon Tower. Fierce Amethyst Worm. Ancient Warrior. Let's go for Ancient Warrior. Oh, well, no, that'd be Siege. These units are... Okay. We'll go multi-shot. Go for the one I usually do. Seems like we might need the mana shield. Let's go ahead and activate it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have died there without the mana shield. Or it would have been pretty close. Okay, so Lightning Tower can't be placed here because it is too close. Oh, never mind. That was just the creeps' corpses hadn't disappeared yet.
Work complete. Upgrade complete.
Okay, I think we actually might be able to max out the Lightning Tower in one go. Nice. So assuming it stops at level 5, that gives us an extra really powerful tower. It actually keeps going. Nice. That'll mean this tower has a much higher potential than the Wolf Caller and the Necromancer. 220, let's get another reinforcement. Okay, the price did go up a little bit. It's 240 instead of 225 now. Taking a little damage, we don't need it though. Should be fine without the mana shield. Or maybe not. That was a lot closer than I was expecting. You know what? Let's just leave the mana shield on. At this point, toggling the mana shield every wave is costing us more mana than we're regenerating, so we'll just leave it active. We should get back up to full HP by the end of this wave, fortunately. But, very close there. At this point, I think I've gone through like 600 egg HP. I'm actually pretty shocked that Fake Smile has only taken 193 damage so far. Well, technically more because of the mana shield, but either way.
My talents are yours.
Okay, we can afford another lightning upgrade. Let's get that now. Remember to build your skeletons with the Necro? Okay, I'm assuming that was advice for Fake Smile. Mine were already built. I'm getting a lot of extra hits in with the Lightning Tower, but 200 at this point looks really small. This is 7 hits per unit. And Lightning Tower is now maxed. Really massive range. Yeah, that's actually enough to hit every single unit. Stacking Lightning Towers might be the way to go here, because if you stack the Lightning Towers, they'll all be able to hit everything at the same time. But if we wanted diversity, what are some other choices? Druid Tower. I'm not a fan of Gust of Wind. Those types of upgrades always seem pretty useless. Aqua Tower. Multi-shot. Strength. Shadow. People do seem to like the Shadow Elemental. And then Guard Tower. Normal damage, we have normal. The Druid's attack speed is pretty bad. This is a much better attack speed, and the attack range really isn't bad either. Maybe upgrading the Amethyst Tower would be the way to go. Okay, we'll do another level of the Amethyst, but if the range doesn't increase, I might just sell it and try to rebuild it a little bit closer. Because investing into this without getting the attack speed or benefits seems a little wasteful. Oh, yeah, someone just mentioned a good point. You can see how many upgrades there are per unit right here where it says number of upgrades. Blue went for the Druid. Does seem to be working out pretty well. Map after this one, undecided, but I would like to play Mad Balls Arena sometime today. That might be next, or it might be a little bit later. You need like 5, but really like 8 players minimum for that for it to be fun. So if we don't do Mad Balls Arena, what might end up being next is... Could try for Trolls and Elves ×2 again. I did want to play that. Let's make the Guard Tower. Yeah, this egg placement, it does limit you a little bit for towers. It might have been better to put the egg right here. You get roughly the same amount of distance, but your egg wouldn't be in the way. Okay, Mana Shield is deactivated, where we don't have enough mana for it. You know, let's try... Okay, let's do this. I'm going to get rid of this Maze Tower as well. We'll also get rid of this one. And instead, we're going to add a bunch of Guard Towers down here. At this point, the guard tower's reduced amount of food doesn't really... Well, yeah, because it uses less food, we can ignore the gold cost.
Work complete. Work complete. Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Of course, we're not going to upgrade most of these.
Work complete. Work complete. Work complete. Work complete. Work complete.
Okay, that gets us probably 30 to 40% extra maze time. And then as far as the tower we're upgrading, I think we can probably do this one, assuming the range goes up every level. Oh, I think I blocked something. Let's sell it. I don't know what this game's blocking penalty is, but it'd be pretty bad if they warped up. Is it still blocked? Might be blocked right here, actually. There we go. Actually, we did a lot of damage to one of those units because of the block. Okay, 630. Let's get a couple more reinforcements. I guess we can get evasion as well. These arrow towers are really cheap. 35 gold for an upgrade.
Research complete. Upgrade complete.
How many levels did this have? 10 upgrades. Okay, that explains it.
Upgrade complete.
At last, we shall have revenge.
Upgrade complete.
The attack speed is 0.9.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Just trying to evaluate. So these would have, well, basically, with an attack speed of 0.9, it's just a very small amount more. So call it 300 DPS for, was that 400 gold? That's not bad. Of course, compared to the Lightning Tower, which can attack 4 units at the same time, it's not particularly impressive either. Will I be playing Pyramid Escape today? Probably not. Pyramid Escape, I don't think has that much replayability. Since the minigames are the same every time, it just ends up being a little bit boring. I think that's it for me. Well, technically, I did beat Fake Smile since I lasted 5 seconds longer, but yeah, there we go. Wave 27 out of 30. That's pretty solid. Considering the previous run, I think I topped out at like level 12 or something. That was a big improvement. So yeah, that was Dragon's Nest TD. Also, if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah,